Welcome everybody inside the Lemarant Center on the campus of Daytona State College. It's a Volleyball Wednesday as the Falcons make their season debut on WDSC TV, hosting the Santa Fe Saints. Come on courtside with us. We're thrilled you're here. Drew Felios alongside the former UCF outside hitter Aaron Campbell. Aaron, it's another year. I know how excited you are.
I am excited to be reunited with you, but also to be back in this gym. It's such an amazing environment. We have a lot to look forward to with the Falcons. Young team, have a lot of freshmen, 8 overall on their roster, but experienced freshmen overall. So really excited for some volleyball.
Absolutely. Santa Fe's going to have their hands full coming in here tonight. It's been a rough go for the Saints so far this year. Let's take a look at some of the names we're going to be calling here over the next few hours. This is a very young team, only one player back from last year. Chemistry has been a little bit of an issue.
Dealing with some injuries, but still have a full stacked roster. Keep an eye out for Albany Blanca on the outside, late addition, but critical to their offense.
They are coached by Bailey Coleman in her second season, a former player at Georgia Southern, also had some college coaching experience at UAB, high school level as well at Buchholz High in Gainesville. She is well seasoned in the sport of volleyball. All right, as for the home team, Daytona State, Emma Testi again leads the way, number 3. She was tremendous last year. Also look down at Julia Rinks, the commit to VCU.
Yeah, a lot of great talent on this team as we see, and I think what speaks to this team is everyone keeps coming back. Such a great program led by young players, but also led by Lauren Booker Anderson, the coach for the Falcons.
Yeah, Coach Anderson doing a tremendous job with the program, so active, so involved. She's got this team bought in. She says, I don't think I've had a team this all in since I've taken over here at Daytona State. That's saying a lot about this bunch.
Yeah, I think what's really impressive is her ability to recruit players that fit her system, right? It's not just recruiting good players, it's players that are going to buy into what she's trying to achieve here, and she's done a phenomenal job of that since she's taken over as head coach.
Falcons are athletic, they're hungry, they're talented, and they're ready to put on a show for us on WDSC TV. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Halifax Health, a proud supporter of Falcon Athletics and the official healthcare provider for the Falcon Athletic Program. The great partnership with Daytona State continuing once again into 2023-2024. Courtside here at the Lemarant Center, fans continuing to file in as school back in session. When you talk about the fall, it's soccer, it's cross country, and it's volleyball, always at a premium here on campus.
The energy on this campus, every time I come up here, is so incredible. Love coming to this campus. I see some new buildings, some new residence halls on campus. They look amazing, and it's just such a great place to be a part of.
So Daytona State wearing the white and the blue tonight. On the other side, Santa Fe in the navy. Daytona State 7-4 on the year. There's the visiting side. Riley Solomon will play middle tonight, wearing number 10, number 16, Tammin Trott, the middle blocker out of Middleburg, Florida. She has been tremendous on the opening slate up to this point. Let's tell you about Daytona State and what they've accomplished so far this year as we are set to get underway here at the Lemarant Center. First serve. Here it comes. Nia Mendoza puts it in the air, and here we go. Attack from that left side, and that's hit just a little bit wide.
And Montagnani leading the team with 108 kills so far this season. Maybe a little bit of excitement. This gym's already a little bit loud, so great shot, though, trying to go cross court, try to beat that libero for Santa Fe.
So side out for the Saints. First point on the board for the visitors. That is hammered down by Julia Rinks, that middle blocker, 6'2" out of the Netherlands.
We saw her do a phenomenal job in warm-ups on the right side. She was a middle blocker, middle attacker last year, but I think they want to use her all over the floor, middle, right. She just came in on the 2 in an out-of-system play, is a great blocking addition for the Falcons, so love that she's working on the pin tonight.
J.C. Davis, first substitution of the game, coming on in. That off the fingertips of Ariana Warner, and a point for Santa Fe. Our officials tonight, Jeff Herrick is your official up high with his back to us. Yancy Guadalupe also on the crew on the far side.
And if you're Santa Fe, that's what you want to do. You want to have what we call first ball kills. You get the ball and serve receive, and you put the ball away. You don't allow your opponent to go on any point run. That's going to be key for them in this match tonight.
Falcons attacking from that right side. That was well defended momentarily there by Santa Fe. Eventually, Daytona State scoring. So Cora Hamilton comes out of the game. And Daytona State brings in Emma Testi along that front line.
Oh, look at that. Such a great heads-up play. Ball just drops right over. Mendoza keeping that heads up, just recognizing that the defense is already making the read because the setter is back row. They're already so far deep on that defense. Instead of at their point, easy kill.
Sometimes that's the most open spot, right
Oh
in the middle of the court.
I know. Good eye to see it. Oh.
Yeah, right back. How about that play in the middle? That's Larissa Seeger. She is the best blocker for the Saints, and she is the only returning player on this team.
And again, using that middle, so critical, so early. Daytona State block is just a little bit late. And an experienced attacker like Seeger is going to go after that and swing heavy on the ball.
So here is Maria Contreras serving for Santa Fe. This is her first college game tonight, just cleared to play off of an injury.
Oh.
Falcons thumb hammer and Emma Testi.
Testi said, what you can do, I can do better. Look at how fast that arm swing comes around and whips around that ball. Love that first ball kill situation, and I love that they're leaning on the sophomore in the middle to be more than just a blocker. They want her to be an offensive option.
Emma Testi, a sophomore out of Italy, one of the many international players for Daytona State. And an ace serve, our first of the match. Having some fun right now on the Falcons side.
Yeah, and that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to come out in this match with a ton of energy, and so far they've been able to do that. They have had some really emotionally led attacks. Also just having a service ace, another service ace back to back, certainly will add some emotion, some fuel to that emotional fire.
So that's Bella Dillman, the defensive specialist, coming in out of Ormond Beach, giving Daytona State a boost here. And a 6-3 lead now for the home team. Santa Fe looking to answer and just mistimed it that time. The Saints a little out of sync. So 3 straight for Dillman, going for number 4 here.
Oh, great get.
Now along that front line, Ariana Warner, first time we've really called her name in the blue for the Falcons. She's the libero. Trying to run it down. That's a great get, Aaron, as well.
Oh my gosh, yes. Great play. And you have 3 players trying to make that ball over the net.
Falcons trying to make the most of this opportunity. Left side. And tapped home. It's Testi at the net.
And when you have a middle blocker like Testi who's just hungry, she wants that ball as it comes across the net, has touched the ball basically in every single rally across the net in that scenario, was really disciplined, stayed at the net, and made the play to get the kill for the Falcons.
Daytona State on a roll right now. They've scored 4 straight. Right side, Santa Fe, that one just wide. And a timeout going to be called. Santa Fe wants to talk this over. 9-3 here in the first game. Bailey Coleman, just her second season at the helm. Got that collegiate experience, but again, definitely challenged. I mean, Aaron, we know at this level you're going to deal with turnover. You're going to deal with change. But to only have one returning player a part of this team, that is really tough.
It is tough because you think about how much chemistry a team builds when they're together for even just a 2-year period. So you're having to restart that. And, you know, something I've been talking to coaches a lot about over the past few weeks is like, how do you expedite culture and chemistry? And they're all like, you can't. It's just, it has to be part of the development of the season. So being early in the season, there's still a lot of hope for that, right? That they can develop that. But it's really, really hard to come in against a really tough team like Daytona State and kind of force that. So they certainly have the players. They just kind of have to find what their culture is, what their system looks like a little bit more, and they're going to be in good shape. And tonight could be the night where they figure it out.
Injuries certainly have not helped. Alea Niels is out tonight. Rivers Bond out as well for Santa Fe. So they're playing shorthanded, and the Falcons right now clicking. So Larissa Seeger able to put that away. And Santa Fe now will serve. Much needed side out. Good timeout there for Coach Coleman. Try to go for the slide. Defense there reacting. Now middle of the court. Well done. And again, it's Seeger.
And they're going to really try to go to Seeger in every one of those side-out situations, even as the rally goes on. Ball control will be very big for the Saints then to force that ball to the middle. So keep an eye out for libero touches, dig location. That'll be really important for the Saints.
Yeah, Coach Coleman tonight said serve and pass, first ball contact is everything tonight for us.
Because you have to have the first good ball to get in system, to run your offense. Without that, you're always out of system. You can never catch your breath. It's like you're always 2 steps behind. A little bit of a misfire for the Falcons offense as we speak about it, but they're so talented and multidimensional across their front 6, their front 3, back 3. They can respond really well to unconventional situations.
Leah Lund serving for Daytona State. 10-5 here, game 1. Saints come left, tap it over. Good get in that back row by Lund. Now right side, cross court. Again, it's Lund keeping it alive. This one hammered by Montignani. That's Asia Montignani, the freshman.
And again, coming into this match with 108 kills, because the Falcons run an unconventional 5-1, they actually sub in number 5, Courtney McGuire, in the front row. She has to be this really powerful outside, what we call an L1. She has to be able to make something out of nothing, has a really big swing on the ball, and scores easily because of it.
Ball served out, and now it'll be Larissa Seeger heading back to serve. 6'1" out of Brazil. Blocking skills just off the charts. Here she is serving. Montignani gonna get another swing. It's gonna hit the ceiling, and Santa Fe able to make something of it.
Amazing defensive play.
Montignani denied that time. Now they'll go right. Try and punch it over again. Saints reacting well. Once again, trying to exploit that middle. Santa Fe waiting for it this time. Dillman, left side. Montignani out.
And just drops that thumb a little bit too much. So as an attacker goes up to swing, your thumb can change the direction of the angle of your attack. So if you're trying to go cross court, you drop that thumb, but you don't want to drop it too much because that's what happens. You go too sharp cross court and that ball will go out of bounds. You don't have as much court to play with when you go super sharp.
(11-7). Falcons getting on the ground, and that one is put home. From the back row, Leah Lund, the freshman out of Sweden. And the Sweden pipeline is alive and well. As Coach Anderson said that a couple players have played for her in the past, they recommended this young lady, and here she is tonight. It's kind of how it works, Aaron. When one works from a particular part of the country or world, you tend to recruit many more of them, don't you?
Yeah, because, again, talk about recruiting for your system, right? You recruit for players you want that will fit your system. You find a country that plays your style of volleyball, you are happy to continue to recruit from there.
Santa Fe able to get one back. And substitutions made here. Bailey Coombe enters the game. Riley Solomon, the freshman number 10, comes in as well out of Crystal River. So here's Bailey Coombe out of Green Cove Springs, Florida. Clay High School, just a sophomore. Get on the deck, near collision there. That was dangerous for Santa Fe. We talked about the chemistry. And that could have ended in an injury as Courtney McGuire hammered it home.
A great swing. Go ahead. Sorry,
Sometimes when you're diving in different directions, it can get really scary.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know, it really can. Especially because you're going so fast. You're looking at the ball. You're not even looking at one another. Referees, down official taking his time, making sure that the player's okay.
I know you miss playing, but certain things about playing, I'm sure you're glad are over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
It is such a physical game. And Riley Solomon hits right through the block. Lawana Pino, another freshman out of Brazil, coming in here for Santa Fe. And here she is serving. And that one just wide.
And so far, it's been a very clean serving game. 2 aces, 1 service error overall. Love to see it.
So 14-9, Falcons settling in here in front of the home crowd. That ball just destroyed by Julia Rink. She has looked really impressive here in game 1.
And the amazing commentary we just got from the Peanut Gallery was, whoa, we love to see it. But, you know, that's all led by amazing defense by Ariana Warner. Actually takes that second ball, sets it up for the outside, really owning all over the backcourt.
Aaron, you mentioned that number 1 for Daytona State in the blue, Ariana Warner. She has been the story for the Falcons so far. She had a torn ACL last year. She thought maybe her career would be over. She comes back as a libero this season, and she has been the heart and the soul of this team. Here she is setting this one up. Very softly and very effectively by Leah Lund. Right side, flying through your screen. It is down from Rinks.
And when she gets to use all of that height, all of that momentum from her approach, maybe a little bit too tight to the net, but she'll go get it, using every single inch of that frame to make that swing.
Tapped over and down. That's Tammin Trott, the sophomore. That's what I love about this sport when we talk about Ariana Warner. Sometimes the smallest player on the court can make the biggest impact.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and having a libero who's going to not only be your emotional leader but lead the defense, there is nothing better as an attacker, a player, when your libero makes like an incredible dig, you are doing everything in the world to execute that play because you know how hard defense is. So having a great libero at the helm is critical. But who needs a libero when you have a blocker like Rinks on the right side who can just stuff block all the time?
Yes, some size doesn't hurt as well. Julia Rinks showing why she is a major Division I recruit.
And just so disciplined. Look how much press over the net she has. That ball had no chance of passing through.
Eight-point lead for the Falcons. And that's up against the antenna that time. Coach Anderson kind of winces. They wanted that point, but Falcons still playing well here early on. 7 and 14 coming in. Kirsten Geisy and also Maria Contreras checking back in for Santa Fe. So there's Maria. She's out of Mexico. Mentioned how excited she is to be a part of this game here tonight. Here's Rinks, who's been on a roll.
And again, doesn't really have to do much to deceive the block, right? The block's actually very disciplined, very big block on the other side. 6'2" on the pin. So very smart read on the offensive attack, seeing that the block's set, disciplined, go right over it. It doesn't always have to be about power.
Jump serve from Rinks.
The miss-hit jump serve.
Falcons playing it well. Back row. Oh, just a little bit out. Rinks did so much on that point.
Served, came back in, made the play, got the back row attack. What can she do?
Oh, man. Soraya Nacero now winding it up. 3.9 GPA from this young lady. The rock of the team for Santa Fe. Courtney McGuire, nice set. Good defense on the other side.
Oh, great get.
Daytona State, bodies flying everywhere. Oh, a little pancake action. Set it up. And Leah Lund with the finish.
I didn't know we were going to get served breakfast today with our pancakes and syrup, but I love it. Again, every time that a big play happens defensively, if I'm on the outside, I'm going up and I am going to swing so heavy on the ball. Look at the timing. Pancakes are all about timing. Great execution by Lund to finish that play.
Got to ask you, how do you like your pancakes? A little blueberry, a little chocolate chip?
You know, I'm an OG girl. Just give me some good syrup and some butter and I'm happy.
Making me hungry.
I know.
Falcons extending their lead. They have been impressive here in game one. Montagnani in and out along with Courtney McGuire. The freshmen doing their thing as Leah Lund will serve again.
Oh, great pass.
That one's hit out. So the Falcons flying high in front of their home crowd. Leah Lund is from a volleyball family. She has coached extremely well even before she entered this program. Coach Anderson said she knew what she was getting when she recruited number 14. Right side now. It's down again. Emma Testi with the kill.
When you just watch Lund in the backcourt specifically, and you can just see middle back is a very, very hard place to play defense because the defense really is designed to channel and funnel the ball away from you, but you're there for scraps. So being her IQ and how she's reading the defense, she's constantly moving, making those reads, making micro adjustments, which is why not many balls hit the floor for the Falcons. They are very good defensively.
Serve just out. 23-13 here. Santa Fe will try and trim this gap. It's been all Daytona State here in game one. Leading pretty much the entire way.
Woo!
Another kill from Montagnani, and now game point on deck.
Ball had some heat on it.
Now it's Emma Testi's turn for the game. And that is long, so Testi and the Falcons take care of business. 25-13 decisively. They take game number one here inside the Lemarant Center. It's Daytona State and Santa Fe for you tonight here on WDSC TV. Again, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Drew Felios along with Aaron Campbell and our crew from the Daytona State Multimedia Development Center, bringing you this game. And we had some history made exactly a week ago when you talk about this great sport and women's sports in general. All eyes were on this accomplishment last week in Lincoln, Nebraska. Over 92,000 came on to watch the Huskers set a record, the most attended sporting event, female sporting event in history.
And that was just last week. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. We're still all reeling about how incredible this is for the sport. If there is any young girl watching, everyone wants to go play for Nebraska. Nebraska's always been a perennial power. They produce some of the best setters, most of the Olympic team every single year. So to have this kind of attention, I mean, there is nothing like Nebraska.
Could you ever imagine, too?
No.
If you're a coach, too, you look at that and you think anything is possible.
Well, it was amazing. I was watching some of the pre-game footage and what he was saying to his team about basically like feel it, live it, let it go. Like, just so calm, cool, collected, even with the kind of attention he knew that this program was going to get. It was still all about the game, but it was like, soak it in for a second, but like, you still have a match to play. And they played in a phenomenal game against Nebraska Omaha. It was phenomenal.
And Aaron, when you played, was it a different game? It's evolved so much. Is it still, still the same game, still the same fundamentals, or is it just a lot different nowadays?
So it's a great question, because I was actually talking to another coach this week about it. And one of the things that I started to mention specifically was that there's been more adoption of men's style volleyball. So you have something called the BIC, which is the back row attack. You have a lot faster. You have players that are using the tip as more an offensive option rather than a bail. So you're seeing the game evolve consistently over time.
Halifax Health is partnering with Daytona State College to provide assistance for the education you need to start your healthcare career. Find out more at halifaxhealth.org/education to employment. Head coach Laura Booker Anderson. Very busy during the summer conducting camps, Aaron, fundraising for Daytona State. And guess what? They were able to put a lot of money aside. Took a big trip to Utah at the very start of the season. Played some of the best JUCO teams around the country. Went 3-2 in that event. And how cool is that to start your season across the country?
So many people are so focused on like having the best record. It's all about having the best record when it matters. So going against teams that you've never seen before, styles of volleyball that you've never seen before, to come into the season knowing that you have a chance to do big things with this team, as she always expects, because her programs are always phenomenal. It's such a great experience for them to see just different volleyball and play good competition.
Coach Anderson says, I've wanted to go to Utah so many years, year after year, finally able to get it done, and it was an experience of a lifetime.
And we talked about like expediting culture. That's how you do it. A big trip, you go out there, the girls have to bond. You really do kind of increase the opportunity for culture to develop when you do stuff like that.
First shot just a bit long, and a point for Santa Fe as game 2 is underway. Look at Riley Sullivan there in the middle. Young freshman for the Saints. Right in the middle of the court, and I'll tell you, that's an impressive player right there. That's Cora Hamilton, local girl out of DeLand.
Yeah, and again, what the Falcons want to do is get that middle going early. They know that they're going to have to rely on their pins a lot, but their ball control is just so phenomenal that they can rely on those middles getting good touches.
Tapped at the net. Saints. Oh, the block party is on. It's Testy and it's Lund teaming up. Tell you what, this Emma Testy, she is a player, number 3.
Yeah, and just such good discipline at the net, right? Didn't have to go too far to make that play, was reading where the attacker was going. Blocking is simple. Keep it simple.
Saints scrambling just a bit. So Daytona State leading here, start of game number 2. Emma Testy has been on fire as of late, leading Daytona State as Warner puts it in the air again. Tap this one over, and Saints able to come back and get a point. So Santa Fe still with plenty of fight coming here from Gainesville. Now it's Albany Blanco, a late add, a transfer from Florida State College of Jacksonville. Right now serving for Santa Fe. Rinks hitting through the block, tons of power, and it's another point. I'm talking about Emma Testy, Aaron. This young lady has got the coolest aspiration. She wants to own and run a winery one day. She's from Italy. She's taken advantage of the beverage science courses here on campus. Very unique at Daytona State College. The perfect place for her to play volleyball as well. And that time, Santa Fe coming strong right at the net, and it's Tammin Trott scoring. I would love to run a winery, wouldn't you?
I know. That sounds like the dream.
Can we go back to college?
I know. Maybe. I don't know, Drew. I don't know if this is working out for you. How long you been this? I'm just kidding.
Starting to reevaluate things right now. Oh, man. So the Falcons cross court that time. Aaron, you mentioned something I thought was really interesting earlier, talking about angling your fist in different ways, and that's something I've never heard you talk about before. Always learn something whenever I get to work with you.
Yeah, volleyball is all about angles, right? It's the angle of your platform, it's the angle of your hands, it's the angle of your shoulders when you attack the ball. So you can manipulate how you play the game by adjusting what angles you use in any of those variety of ways. So it's always evolving, and it's a game of inches, it's a game of millimeters. It's a game of 90,000 square feet or 90 square feet, whatever the measurement of the court is. So it's all about trying to make sure that you find those different angles to attack the ball and find different places where you can be more effective.
Leah Lund, jump serve.
Ooh,
it finds a spot. That was impressive.
Well, she had a few rips in that first set where that ball, again, the serve that she's attacking is like a changeup. But watch how this thing drops. Change, and then dies right on that line. She had a few in the first set that were tough to receive and gets the ace in the back corner.
Block is on, but it's out of bounds. Santa Fe with the point, and they will have side out coming up right now. Substitutions in once again. Maria Contreras enters. Also number 7, Kirsten Geisy out of Cocoa. And Space Coast High School right now on the floor. 7-4. Falcons took game number 1. Season debut here on WDSC TV as Montagnani hits it a little bit heavy-handed. That time it went wide.
Yeah, I struggled a little bit in those out-of-system plays, but when you hit really, really hard like that, it's tough to sometimes control it. Maybe try to go a little bit deeper in the court, almost where the line judge is. You have more court that way, have more opportunity for kills.
Now a bit of a run here from Santa Fe as they have scored 3 straight, and they're within 1. So Contreras, her first college game, looking to make an impact. Dug by Warner in that back row. Montagnani gets a piece. Kept alive by Pino. McGuire. It's off the ceiling. Santa Fe manages to keep it alive. Can't execute much better than that. It's Testy again.
You always want to have that player that you know, like the Midas touch, right? They're always going to score, always going to do something good. That's Testy for the Falcons. Anytime she gets the ball, she either has a really good defensive play where she forces her opponent out of system, or she's able to swing really heavy on the ball and get the kill and get out of a tough serving sequence for the Falcons.
Emma Testy, what can she not do? Does a little bit of everything here. Ace serve to go with it. So she's blocking. She's a force offensively at the net, killing, and here she is with the serve.
Yeah. Triple threat for sure. And I love to see that the Falcons have really been more and more comfortable as the match has gone on behind the service line, really, really going after the passing 3 for Santa Fe.
Right in the middle. Larissa Seeger has been the best offensive threat for Santa Fe here tonight, number 13. Albany Blanco coming back in. So Coach Coleman trying to keep everybody involved here. And this is Soraya Nacero with the jump serve. 3-point lead for Daytona State. Montagnani.
Yeah, on the net.
Bit of a joust that time, won by Courtney McGuire.
And when you have a joust, that's what we call when the ball is kind of at that pinnacle point of the net. It's all about going up second, right? The longer, more patient you are to attack the ball when you need to, the better off you'll be. In this case, forcing your opponent to make contact with the net worked out well for the Falcons.
Now left side. Good job by Mendoza. Montagnani, too much.
Made the adjustment, right? Tried to go back to that deep corner, that 5 seam where the line judge is, just slowed the arm swing down. When you want to make a defensive swing, you can't think about the arm swing changing. You have to think about maybe at the last second slowing the wrist a little bit, so that's how you change the tempo, not change that arm swing.
Number 13, Jalea Combs, just checked in right there for Daytona State. Freshman out of Tampa, Plant High School represented. She is the ideal junior college product, said Coach Anderson's got tons of raw skills. She checks in, then immediately checks back out. We're certainly going to see more of her here momentarily. Couple swings at it, not much work in there. Now right side, just too much height along that front line. Cora Hamilton.
Control the net, you control momentum. Every single block was, every single attack from Santa Fe was touched because of disciplined blocking at the net for the Falcons. What a triple threat that block looks like.
Tough night thus far for Coach Coleman. You see her trying to get her team to dig deep here. Remember, best of 5 here in collegiate volleyball. Play to 25. Falcons victorious 25-13 in game 1. So when you look at this match overall and what Coach Coleman brings to the court tonight, been around high school game, the club game, the collegiate game, trying to revive this Santa Fe program. Only the second coach all time in the history of their program. See the nice crowd on hand here as well. Aaron, you mentioned at the beginning of the show the new housing here on campus. Because of that, ever since they implemented that, the attendance at sporting events has been just better and better, game after game, week after week, year after year.
And as a UCF grad, every time I go to campus there, I'm like, oh my gosh, that campus expanded by 10 times. Every time I come here, the campus has expanded 10 times. So cool to see.
Back to work for the Falcons. Santa Fe swinging, nicely done. Back row by Davis. And this one is going to be tapped and put it down for the Falcons. Leah Lund again.
Yeah, if you're Coach Lauren Booker Anderson, you are really, really excited about this number 14. I mean, goes up, hits the ball off the blocker. I mean, that's not a freshman skill. That's a very, very elite level volleyball IQ.
Blanco. That one not going to come back for Ariana Warner. But that ceiling has really played a role tonight, hasn't it?
I was going to say it almost did the Falcons a favor. Kind of brought the ball back. But, yeah, the low ceilings, man, it's like ping pong up there sometimes. Can completely change the direction of the ball.
Right side. How about that from Julia Rinks?
And that was an amazing set by Mendoza. I mean, she's going forward. All momentum is moving forward. Has really disciplined hands to put the ball back to Rinks, change the direction of the play, make the blockers try to figure out where that ball is going to go. Really, really good set.
Rinks came into the match with 99 kills on the year. Really up in that average here thus far. And net violation on Daytona State. Actually, the Falcons will keep it and will serve again, 16-9, as they get awarded the point. Ariana Warner this time. Tap it over. Falcons waiting for it. Here closest to us, and Aaron, you said it, Leah Lund is on fire.
And just contributes in everything, right? We talk about L2s, which is the player that's in the front row when the setter is in the back row. So you have 3 players in the front row. You want someone that's really consistent, does their assignment. That's exactly what Leah Lund does. She goes in there, she has exactly what she needs to do, execute against it, is very quiet, doesn't have to hit the ball on the 10-foot line, but just does what she needs to do to score for this team.
If it's not Lund, it's Testy. So Lund and Testy blazing away Julia Rinks has had quite a role as well, and it's 18-9.
What a front three. Lund, Testy, and Rinks. Boy, boy howdy. That's a tough team to play defense against.
Certainly a handful. Tapped up by Mendoza. Now right side, it's Rinks. And right now, Santa Fe is reeling. Daytona State, everything working, everything clicking.
And out of system, setter took the first ball. Look at this serve. Look at that set by Warner. Right? I mean, that is a perfect 5-and-5 ball. Oh, man. I think you'll accept that one service error when you're on almost a 10-point run.
Ariana Warner, what a spark plug she has been. Albany Blanco now to serve it for Santa Fe, looking for a run here. Trailing by 9, that's a good start. So Blanco with that serve. We see a lot of transferring in college sports nowadays. Blanco last year, Florida State College of Jacksonville. Here she is for Santa Fe. We see it a lot all throughout collegiate athletics.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're seeing more and more teams at the collegiate level, 9, 8, 7, 10 transfers in before the season. Oh, it hit off her head. Make the play. Wow.
How about this point? It's been an adventure. The final save for the Falcons, Emma Testy.
Can just do no wrong right now. And when you have, like, that's a scary spot to be. First off, she's already talented, already has a ton of skill. Then you add in this extra layer of confidence where you're like, everything is working. That's a very scary player to play against.
Daytona State first to 20 by a long shot. Warner now sets it up. Saw Lund back there. Played well by the Saints. Lund gonna get another swing. Good dig, back row. It was Pino getting on the ground, but the block party is alive and well.
I mean, that ball didn't even have a chance. There was not a sliver of space between that left hand of Testy over the net on the attack. I mean, give credit to Nacero, who just absolutely swung at that ball. Just totally blocked.
Set up, and again, Testy hammering off the assist from Courtney McGuire. A setter, she's a freshman, number 5. Her father is the head baseball coach at USC Upstate. And Coach Anderson says she has got that fierce fighting mentality. She is going to be a star. One of those players, Aaron, that no excuses, finds a way, comes out, first one there, last one to leave.
And that's what you want from a freshman or setter leader, right? They're the quarterback. You want the girl that's going to get every single rep in the gym. Every rep's going to be perfect. I'm going to do 10 perfect reps in a row until I do that. I'm not leaving this gym. It's the level of discipline you need from the setting position.
Testy again. Everything she touches turns to gold.
I mean, just in this series, she's had a touch or block on every single swing from Santa Fe in the last 5 points. I mean, that's phenomenal volleyball.
So Leah Lund with an 11-point lead. Ariana Warner getting some instruction from Coach Anderson. Santa Fe right now just does not have an answer.
Great hustle by Pino on that play, just getting a touch on that ball. Chase that ball down.
Game point once again. We'll have to wait at least one more point.
And this is the serve receive that Falcons have struggled in a little bit with 14 on the service line, Contreras. So we'll see if they can first ball kill out of it. I jinxed her. Darn it.
Service error ends game 2. 25-13, same exact scores we had at game number 1. It is all Daytona State. Right now putting on a show in front of the home crowd. 25-13, 25-13, game 3 straight ahead. You're watching Daytona State Volleyball on WDSC TV.
Claim your career. Daytona State's newest certificate program in hospitality beverage science combines theory and practical hands-on instruction on a range of beverage production processes like craft brewing and wines. Learn how to pair wines and beer with appropriate food choices, produce various styles of beers and wines, as well as how to manage, merchandise, and market beverages. Call 386-506-4DSC or visit us online at daytonastate.edu.
Look at some of the numbers here as we get set for game number 3. Santa Fe and Daytona State sizing things up. Aaron, what kind of stands out to you thus far this season?
Yeah, as a team, 13.29 kills per set is pretty phenomenal, especially when you only play to 25. That's pretty high number. Hitting 205 as a team, I think everybody likes to be around that 250 mark or higher, but it's still early in the season. You still have a lot of youth on this team. Those errors are gonna reduce. And then the 1.74 blocks per game, I think that they quadrupled that in that last set, so that average is gonna absolutely increase for the Falcons team.
What has impressed you so far most about this Falcons team?
Nothing rattles them. They're always, this is just indicative of Lauren Booker Anderson's program, is that they're just nothing gets under their skin. They stay very consistent overall, very stoic. They don't panic when things aren't going well, and that's why they're able to make such definitive leads against their opponents, because nothing will shake them up. They just are true to the system and true to her vision, and they will execute against it.
Talk about hit percentage. Ideally, what do you like that number to be at?
250.
250.
Yeah, 250 overall as a team. Now, you're always going to have your middles should be hitting maybe 300. Your outsides kind of bring the average down a little bit because, again, we get all the junk. Thanks, everybody.
Sure.
But yeah, you want to have that team average, that set average around that 250 mark.
Santa Fe trying to regroup here. Should take a look at the Falcons. Cora Hamilton right there. Her debut on WDSC TV, young lady out of DeLand High School. Always great to get the local talent. We talk about the girls coming here from all over the world, but when you can recruit Orlando, DeLand, Tampa, South Florida as well, North Florida, it's always great to own your backyard.
Well, and there's, Orlando and Florida has always been kind of a recruiting mecca, but Orlando over the last 5-10 years has become a hotbed for volleyball talent. You used to only see that out of Texas and out of California, but really the volume of really good volleyball players that recruit out of state, in-state, wherever, are from the Orlando or Central Florida area. What's beautiful about this program and for the Falcons is that, yeah, you have amazing talent that may get overlooked because, maybe they can't play for the big clubs or whatever. And then Lauren Booker Anderson just has basically whatever she wants when she's recruiting.
All right, Coach Aaron, before we start game number 3,
Now
what do you tell Santa Fe if you're head coach Bailey Coleman? How do you get back in this?
Nothing to lose. Play fearless. You have nothing to lose at this point. You're down. Okay, try something that you may think would or wouldn't work. Be aggressive. Be fearless. Because again, a team like this, you can't play timid. They're going to take advantage of it. So why not go out there and leave it all on the court?
Good advice. I don't know if it's enough to get you a coaching contract, but that's pretty good advice.
And miss out hanging out with you, Drew? Never. Come on,
of course
man.
not. All the money in the world couldn't make up for that. So 1-1 here as Santa Fe will serve it up. And once again, some changes to be had here. Maria Contreras thought about coming in, now thinks otherwise. And Kirsten Geisy, the freshman out of Cocoa, will start things off. That was just a little bit long. Luana Pino, in young lady out of Brazil. JC Davis out of Brooker, Florida. Tremendous club play in her high school years. Tremendous serve receive and adding to that ace total.
And again, really seen the confidence of the Falcons develop at that service line over the past few sets. Up to 5 service aces now as a team.
Ariana Warner runs it down. Fingertips of Mendoza. Again coming into play, and Rinks. That time, it will be a point for Daytona State.
Coming off the net, I mean, you know Rinks is going to take a big swing, and you want to be super aggressive on the block, but you also have to be disciplined. Just looks like Nacero clipped the net on the way down.
Quick 4-1 lead for the home team. And Ariana Warner that time diving for it. JC Davis there with her. So it's must win here for Santa Fe if they want to extend to a game 4. Oh, well played as Larissa Seeger timed the jump perfectly.
Especially when Seeger's in the front row, you have to be super buttoned up on that passing game because she has done a phenomenal job being a wall for the Saints.
Tammin Trott. Tough to have service errors when you're in this position if you're Santa Fe. Emma Testi digging in. She has been a superstar tonight. Ariana Warner serving here for the Falcons. Right side. Oh, that block has just been devastating.
Unreal. I mean, 1.54 blocks coming into this match. Again, it's just been like a blocking clinic for the Falcons. Good reads. Look how in sync those two blockers are on a swing block. That's really challenging.
Rinks keeps it alive. Lund, just no answers for Leah Lund.
And this rotation has just been the highest producing one for the Falcons. They just have too many offensive weapons. Blocks a little bit too far inside. Still a pretty good block, but a very experienced freshman like Lund is going to find that seam on the outside hand.
Daytona State, what a showing it has been. Could not have asked for a better season debut on WDSC TV. We got a lot of sports coming your way this year. Of course, we got soccer coming up later on in the fall. It's going to be a very, very busy academic year. Soccer on the men's and women's side, and then in the spring, baseball and softball, along with basketball here on the channel. This athletic program just flourishing. As this, I believe, my 8th year taking part. It has flown by, Aaron, and man,
this
oh
will
man.
look like a day over your 7th. Don't worry, Drew. No, it's been phenomenal to be a part of it and seeing, again, like how the campus has grown, how the sporting world and how they've become a perennial power in a lot of sports. They're a home name now.
High fives all around tonight for the team in white. Mia Mendoza, sophomore out of Longwood. Another local product out of Lake Brantley. Outside of a few service errors, I mean, Daytona State playing about as well as you could play.
Yeah, I mean, almost perfect on all facets. Only have given up 1 ace, 3 service errors, not many attacking errors. Maybe the first set was where we saw the volume, but have been playing pretty perfect volleyball throughout this whole match.
Now Maria Contreras trying to get something going for the visiting team.
Pass.
Lund continues to just blaze away in this gym.
And Mendoza didn't even have to move. That pass was so perfect and on her forehead, had every option she wanted to. Love that she went to Lund, get some swings on that outside pin, but phenomenal pass. The back three for the Falcons is looking really, really good.
A serve. So the jump serve working right now for Julia Rinks. Rinks again headed to VCU. She's worked exceptionally hard this summer. Coach Anderson said she was one of the hardest workers on the team. It is showing right now.
Woo!
Oh my.
Hello. Anybody get a clock on that thing? It would look like it was coming out like 75 miles an hour across that net.
I know you play a lot of volleyball.
Yeah.
Does digging that get any easier?
No, especially because it just dies. It hits that net, it goes right over the tape and just drops. Look how it drops. Oh, I jinxed it. But that's how fast it can drop on the other side of the net. And you need to pass, basically you want to keep the ball kind of, you don't want the ball to get below your knees. And when that ball is going to drop at that speed, you have to have the best reflexes in the world to make that pass.
Soraya Nacero, freshman out of Venezuela. Played by Daytona State. Leah Lund again. Would love to see her kill total at the end of the game.
Yeah. Just a beautiful swing, textbook, crossbody, deep line. It's what we call like a D1 shot. It's such a highly technical skill.
Falcons anticipating. Now get the freshman involved. Jalea Combs, young lady out of Plant High School. Coach Anderson happy she is in this program, and she has shown what she can do.
Just so deep. I mean, you go to your bench, and your bench are just as good or matched with your starting six. I mean, that's scary. That is scary, scary stuff.
A serve. Yeah, when talking about Cones, number 13, Coach Anderson said, sometimes a player just kind of falls in your lap, and we got lucky with her.
Well, and when you create a program that's winning, that has a great reputation, when you create a brand like Daytona State has overall, players come to you. You know, they want to play for you too, which certainly makes recruiting a lot easier. That is 9 aces, 5 of which have come in this third set. Wow.
10-point lead. Falcons just running away with it. Had the privilege, one of the rare times there, and I arrived here actually about 3 hours before the match. I know, crazy, never happens. Boy, you're really sarcastic tonight, aren't you?
I'm sorry.
But when I arrived, Daytona State was on the court. They were focused, and you are seeing that right now in this match. Accelerate your education by taking advantage of the incredible opportunities offered through Halifax Health partnership with Daytona State College. If you want a rewarding career in healthcare, find out how we can help at halifaxhealth.org/education to employment. Anytime you're coming across I-4, don't take any chances. Sometimes it can tend to be a little backed up. But tell you what, it's just great to be here after the hurricane a couple weeks ago, sending scares through everybody in the Sunshine State. The academic year unfazed thus far.
Yeah, and as I give you grief, Drew, it's all because of love. But, like, I love that they were in here. I mean, I love that you were able to see that, because a lot of teams in those serve and passes, they can be loose with it, they can be undisciplined, but it's, you know, game day. They call it game day for a reason. It's from when you wake up. It's from when the match is over.
Santa Fe trying to dig deep here. Lund with the dig back row. And that is taken care of by Emma Testy.
You've called her name a few times tonight, haven't you? Wow, just phenomenal athlete.
So
if the wine business doesn't work out, she certainly still has a career in volleyball. I love it. Just a phenomenal athlete.
Yep. Has become one of Coach's all-time favorites. Try and get her the ball as much as possible. Leah Lund again finding the inside part of that line.
And just that ball dropped so fast. So not only are you trying to figure out the direction, then you have to figure out the speed at which it's coming, and then it's going to die on you across the net. I mean, it's just lethal. Look at that thing. My goodness.
And it's long again.
Touch off the block, so point goes to Santa Fe. But what an end to a run by Lund. Wow.
You watch Daytona State play, not just looking at the team on the court, but these young ladies on the bench, or standing up, I should say, on the sideline, Aaron. They are all in. That's what Coach Anderson was talking about. Never had a team where everybody on the roster was all in for the same reasons. The chemistry thus far is off the charts. So important when you have that, though. The role players, the ones that don't play, the fact that they're mentally in it can be huge.
Well, and you just always have to be next up. You never know what happens. Somebody could have an off night. God forbid somebody get injured, right? So you just have to have a bench that's ready, prepared to be next up, and be a unit, right? Volleyball is the ultimate team sport, so you need that bench. You need the emotion, especially when you're away from your bench or the people that are standing up on the sideline.
Saints attacking, and that's a kill. Nicely done by Kirsten Geisy. Best point for Santa Fe here in this game 3. Let's see if it ignites something. Falcons have already taken the first 2 games, looking to finish things off and make short work of the Saints. So Bailey Coombe, sophomore out of Green Cove Springs, serving here.
Oh!
Oh, wow. Well, that's a play right there, Aaron, when you know it's just not your night. Geisy had a free kill, just couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, but kudos to Nacero, who just she's not letting this match go. She is going to fight for every single point on that back, sacrificing her body to try to keep that play alive.
Mendoza. Falcons get a dig from Warner. Again, it's Cones scoring.
It's like you want to get all these players on the court all the time, right? You only have 6, but you want to get London. You want to get number 13 Cones in. You want to get Rinks in. But you only have so many positions you can play them all in.
Oh, nice tip. Cora Hamilton. Sometimes the ability to recognize that defense, go a little soft with it, Aaron. Really nice.
And being athletic and knowing that maybe the set wasn't perfect, but still doing something with it, right? Not letting the point get away from you because it wasn't perfect.
Lund with the dig. It's Cones again. And it's down again. Tell you what, you got a lot of girls competing for playing time.
I know.
On this Daytona State team.
I mean,
good problem to have,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, but I don't want to be Lauren Booker Anderson trying to decide between these amazing athletes.
A serve, and now it is match point. So Mia Mendoza for the match here. Saints. And Daytona State can't keep it alive. Well done by Santa Fe. But the Falcons have been like a buzzsaw here tonight. Kirsten Geisy will try and extend this match even more. And she will. It's going to be a tough uphill climb here if you're Santa Fe, but you just got to try and stay on the court as long as you can.
Yeah, keep going.
That one's going to hit the ceiling. And Santa Fe, better late than never, found a little bit of life here.
And that set would have been perfect if only that rafter got out of the way. I mean, just you want that kind of height, that kind of cadence to get to the outside. Just unfortunate it hit the ceiling.
Shot over and scored. Cora Hamilton does the trick. And that point right there gives Daytona State a 25-10 edge in game 3 to sweep the match 3-0. They got better as the match went along. Daytona State, they are going to be a problem for a lot of teams around the state.
I agree, and I think what's really beautiful, we talk about their depth of their roster. That just means that Lauren Booker Anderson can then pick the matchup she wants. You want more of an offensive system, you pick this person. You want more blocking, you want more defense, you can put this person in. She has the ability to make this team really dynamic and meet the needs of what they need in the match.
The energy tonight, infectious for Daytona State. We invite you to join us on social media at DLC Falcon Sports. That DSC Falcon Sports, the hashtag #GoFalcons. Be sure and tweet us. Use the hashtag as well. Daytona State always active on social media. There's the upcoming broadcast. Men's soccer coming your way September 19th, and then several dates in the month of October. As we're back here on October 18th, we have to wait quite a while to watch this team perform again. They were impressive. They showed the complete package here tonight. Aaron, final thoughts here from the Lemarant Center.
Just excited to see this team continue to grow and develop and use that, a lot of young players continue to develop and get hungry for playing in the match. There's going to be a lot of competition on this roster, which is, like we talked about, a really, really good problem to have.
Final score, 3-0. Coach Laura Booker Anderson and Daytona State victorious over Santa Fe. Hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did as well. We want to thank all of the fans. Thank you for watching, and our incredible crew at WDSC TV and the Multimedia Development Center here on campus, because the stars are everyone behind the scenes making this broadcast possible. So Daytona State, congratulations to the Falcons, and we'll continue to follow them throughout the fall. For our entire crew, some of the names you're going to see on the screen on the left side. I'm Drew Felios alongside Aaron Campbell. Have a great night, everybody. So long here from Daytona State College.